They're the unlikely heroes of the Mushroom Kingdom. It's the Rabbid Heroes from the Mario plus Rabbids series.
Look at A23, you've already done a Smash moveset for the Rabbids. Why are you doing another moveset for them?
How many times do I have to say this? These Rabbids are nothing like the traditional Rabbid that I've done a moveset for.
Really, Smarty Pants? What makes these so different than the regular Rabbids?
Well, for starters, these Rabbids made their first appearance in the game Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, which released in 2017 on the Nintendo Switch, and was a collaboration game between both Nintendo and Ubisoft. In this game, a young female inventor known as Cassidy Vale was working on a device capable of combining two objects into one, called the Super Merge headset. But as it turns out, this device had more bugs than an unfinished indie game, so she left her robot assistant, Beepo, in charge while she went on her break. But unfortunately, that's when the Rabbids teleported in via their time washing machine and caused all sorts of problems. After one Rabbid grabbed the headset, it started blasting every Rabbid in its sight while they were holding various Mario objects. Oh, I probably should have mentioned this beforehand, but Cassie here is a huge Mario fan, going as far as turning her entire workplace into a Mario hideout. Where have you been all my life? After the Rabbid with the headset blasted the washing machine, everything in the room was sucked up into the washing machine and was sent into the Mushroom Kingdom. On the way to the Mushroom Kingdom, the Rabbid wearing the Super Merge headset accidentally combined with it and caused all sorts of collision chaos by zapping even more Rabbids with various objects and enemies. But that's when these Rabbids came in. After teaming up with Mario and his friends, these Rabbids saved the Mushroom Kingdom and were awarded the well-deserved title of being called Rabbid Heroes. And today, these Rabbid Heroes will be reuniting with Mario, Peach, and their other allies on the Super Smash Bros. Roster. So starting off, the Rabbid here would be a below-average midweight character. They'd have 2 jumps, and they would be able to wall jump. But now, let's dive into the costumes. Now, there is a reason I'm calling this fighter the Rabbid Heroes, because you won't be playing as a single Rabbid, you'll be playing as a different character for each of the alts. Don't worry though, for Smash they all play the exact same, it's just a cosmetic feature. So for the default appearance, it'll be the sassy social media guru known as Rabbid Peach. The reason I made her the default is because she's seen as the most recognizable character. Now for the first alt, it'll be the pizza-loving brawler from the Bronx, Rabbid Mario. Then for the second alt, it'll be the Rabbid with a heart for dancing, Rabbid Luigi. Particularly his design from the second game, Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope. Because his design from Kingdom Battle was garbage. Anyways, for the third alt, it'll be the insanely adorable and insanely deadly Rabbid Yoshi. Then for the fourth alt, it'll be the old lovable wet blanket known as Rabbid Cranky. And for those of you who are complaining that his body is slightly wider than the others, don't worry, it wouldn't affect his hitbox. Now for the fifth alt, it'll be my favorite character from Sparks of Hope, the sleepy Rosalina fan, Rabbid Rosalina. Then for the sixth alt, it'll be the Spark Hunter turned ally, Edge. And the final alt will have you play as the first enemy encountered from Kingdom Battle, the dashing ne'er-do-well, a Ziggy. Now with that out of the way, let's go ahead and dive into the moveset. Now in order for this moveset to work, the Rabbid you'll be playing as will be utilizing all the various weapons all across both Kingdom Battle and Sparks of Hope. Normally in the original games, each character has about 1 or 2 weapons unique to themselves, but for Smash, we're just going to be pretending that Beepo taught them all how to use each other's weapons. So starting off with the jab, the Rabbid will punch 3 times utilizing Rabbid Mario's main weapon of choice in Sparks of Hope, the Dukes. It has a pitiful range, but it is a pretty strong attack. For the side tilt, the Rabbid here will throw a small disc that has an incredible range. Not only does it have an incredible range, but it also has the ability to bounce off of opponents and hit other foes who happen to be too close. This comes from Rabbid Luigi's main weapon in Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope. For the down tilt, the Rabbid will perform a dash attack. This down tilt acts a lot like Mega Man and Cloud's down tilt, having them move forwards while dashing. This comes from the secondary attack that all the characters have in both games. For the up tilt, the Rabbid here will equip Rabbid Yoshi's main weapon of choice, known as the Egg Fryer. This shoots straight upwards and deals multiple hits of damage until the final hit. Unfortunately, it does have some start lag and a lot of end lag. despite not being a smash attack. Speaking of which, for the Rabbid Heroes forward smash, they'll equip the Red Lightning weapon from Kingdom Battle and shoot it forwards, covering a long distance and dealing a large amount of damage and knockback. Unfortunately, just like in the original game, there is a lot of start lag and a lot of end lag. For the down smash, this is where I'll be implementing an important feature within the course of the second game, Sparks of Hope. You see, there was a brand new species of characters that gave your players secondary properties called Sparks, which is a combination between a Rabbid and a Luma. Why they're not called Rabbid Lumas, I'll never know. So for the down smash, the Rabbid Hero will be equipping the Rabbid Kong Cameo Spark, which causes a small shockwave beneath yourself. It has a pretty long reach, but it does have a little bit of start lag. For the up smash, the Rabbid Hero will use Rabbid Peach's main weapon in Sparks of Hope, called the Triple Troller. The Triple Troller shoots out 3 small projectiles upwards. Now this smash attack is unique because if a foe happens to be near the missiles, then the missiles will automatically home in on that opponent. For the neutral air, the Rabbid Hero will spin Edge's sword a single time, very similar to what Cloud does for his neutral air. For the forward and back air, the Rabbid Hero will use Rabbid Luigi's main weapon from Kingdom Battle, called the Dwarf Star. For this attack, the Rabbid Hero shoots out a small projectile forwards. Despite its size, it deals quite a bit of damage and knockback. For the down air, the Rabbid Hero will throw a small rubber duck downwards. What you didn't know is that this rubber duck is actually an explosive that blows up on impact. The explosion radius is kind of small, but it does deal a large amount of damage and knockback. Unfortunately, it does have a lot of start lag and a little bit of end lag. It also counts as a projectile, so please be careful. And finally, for the up air, the Rabbid Hero will equip the Egg Fire again and shoot it straight upwards, dealing multiple hits of damage until the final hit. But where the Rabbid Heroes harness their true power is with their special attacks. For the Rabbid Heroes neutral special, they'll use Mario and Rabbid Peach's main weapon from Kingdom Battle, the Blaster. It's a simple special that shoots out a small projectile and can be aimed at any direction by using the control stick. You can't charge the special up, so feel free to use it when you feel like it. Now for the Rabbid Heroes side special, they'll use Edge's sword from Sparks of Hope and throw it forwards. Once it's thrown, it'll deal multiple hits of damage until the final hit, effectively becoming Pyra's side special, Blazing End. However, unlike Pyra's, the sword travels a pretty long distance and cannot be pocketed by Villager or Isabelle. Plus, when it boomerangs back to the Rabbid Hero, the sword will still be spinning, although in this state, it launches foes on impact. Now for the down special, the Rabbid Hero will spawn a small turret directly in front of itself. Once activated, the turret will drive to the nearest opponent and explode on impact. His explosion radius is surprisingly pretty large, being able to damage other foes who happen to be too close. However, that also includes you. Just like in Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, the turret doesn't have friendly fire turned off. On the bright side, it doesn't deal a whole lot of knockback, so you won't be sent high into the air if you were caught in an explosion. That being said though, you still will take a large amount of damage, so please be careful. You can only have one on screen at a time, and after it explodes, you need to wait until 20 seconds have passed until you can use your down special again. And finally, for the Rabbid Heroes up special, the Rabbid Hero will jump from a jumping platform from Super Mario 3D World and hold on to the super talkative, but still lovable robot, Beepo. Beepo acts as a sort of helicopter blade, so it can deal small multiple hits of damage until the final hit. Unfortunately, he doesn't continually rise in the air like most other up specials. He just sort of glides from that position where he grabbed the Rabbid Hero from. That said, you can freely move left and right if you so wish. But keep in mind that Beepo will hold on to you for about 6 seconds until he accidentally drops you. Luckily, you won't go into freefall after that. You're freely able to jump again or even perform one of your other attacks.
This moveset is terrible!
Why?
Because of that stupid blaster! I mean, you didn't make anything unique for it?
Well, actually, there is something I'll be incorporating with the neutral special and the entire moveset as a whole. Something that was introduced in Sparks of Hope that made the game stand out. The Rabbid Heroes will have an interesting, yet kind of complicated gimmick where they'll team up with the squishy lovable aliens known as the Sparks. In Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope, these little guys gave a temporary effect for your character. and for Smash, it'll act no different. At the beginning of the match, a random spark will appear alongside your Rabbid hero, and it will give you a temporary effect that lasts for about 30 seconds. After these effects are gone, you need to wait an additional 30 seconds until the effects come back, which references the fact that there's always a cooldown every time you use a spark in that game. Now, there were about 30 different sparks in the original game, however, for the sake of this gimmick not being insanely broken, I'll be going with 5 different sparks from the main game of Sparks of Hope. The first spark is Electroid, who has the ability to give you an electric effect for all of your attacks. Then there's Pyrostar, who has the ability to give you a fire effect. Then there's Aquanox, who has the ability to increase the knockback damage for all of your attacks and gives you a water effect. Then there's Vampostra, who slowly heals you and gives you a poisonous effect. And the final spark to appear is Starburst, who doubles the amount of damage and knockback you give to all opponents. These will all appear at random, and you can only have 1 spark per stock. So once you lose a stock, you'll be paired with a completely new spark. Overall, I feel like this moveset reflects who the Rabbid Heroes are. Their moveset is a little bit goofy and unpredictable, but it gets straight to the point. And now, for the final smash. The Rabbid Heroes' final smash will be the Ultimate Final Blow. This will be a cinematic final smash where the Rabbid Heroes punch forwards using the Dukes. Anyone hit by the Dukes will be sent into a cinematic. The cinematic then plays out to see all of the Rabbid Heroes from the Mario + Rabbids series posing before they all fire a shot from their weapons at once. When they fire their weapons, they fuse together to make a huge piercing arrow that pierces through the foe, causing a large explosion and ending the cinematic. This final smash is a reference towards both Kingdom Battle and Sparks of Hope, where both games ended with all of the heroes delivering the final blow by firing all of their weapons at the same time. The stage of choice is called Mushroom Kingdom Invaded. While the name is original, this stage actually comes from the main hub world of Mario + Rabbids Kingdom Battle, where it's Princess Peach's castle combined with various Rabbid elements throughout the series. The main layout of the stage is hill-shaped, so kinda like the Super Mario Galaxy stage. However, unlike that stage, this stage's background and environment changes depending on the stage music. The locations range from Peach's Castle, the Block Tower, the Phantom Stage, Bowser's Stronghold, Beacon Beach, Pristine Peak, Barrendale Mesa, and Cursa's Stronghold. Mario + Rabbids has a lot of great battle themes to choose from, so I'll be going with as many as possible.
the millions watching, are you ready for my rant? Rayman is a gangly, goofy, brainless, hopeless headland. Leave it all to me. You're a setting star, no one will see. Small surprise, you'd get eclipsed in a Rabbids company. Even your friendship with Globox gets weaker. He needs to...
In total, 32 songs will be included, 12 of which will be remixed.
It's been real.
Here we go!
And that would be if the Rabbid Heroes joined Super Smash Bros. Full confession, I think Mario plus Rabbids is by far one of the best Mario crossovers in video game history, alongside Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games or even Super Smash Bros. Itself. This game is loads of fun and has all sorts of funny references to both the Mario and Rabbids franchises. So if you've never played Mario plus Rabbids, I highly recommend trying it out. Anyways, do you have a character you'd like to see be given a Smash moveset? If so, let me know in the comments down below. And while you're at it, why not hit subscribe? That way you can get notified when I put out any Super Smash Bros. Moveset videos. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.